Can I have a moment of silence for my man, number 7? Rest in peace, little guy. Welcome to Voice of the Fat Mantis. This is my Raised by Wolves Season 3 predictions video. I'm not doing great. After the loss of number 7, the Snake, I was really rooting for him, but it is what it is. We have predictions to make. The season ended. Hopefully we won't have to wait another 2 years for another season. Hopefully HBO Max and the creators of that will jump immediately into this. I'm hoping they go at least 7 seasons with this bad boy, but you never know in this world of, well, no one having any taste. And of course you're going to be sharing, and subscribing as per usual. But anyway, getting right into it. Number 1, this is going to be the season of love. I believe that there might be at least one love square and at least 3 couples going on, dominating the story of season 3. And I think it's very obvious that this is where it's set out. And the first one I'm going to say is going to be grandmother and father. Now, father is a very loyal man. It seems like he would never do such a thing. However, father it looks like he's going to slip. And I think in this story, mother has technically slipped, as she technically had a digital affair with her creator. And if it is an affair, I think I love the science fiction-y way they go into these whole things. But I think father, when mother is removed from the equation, will, for at least the time being, be a simp to grandmother. And she and her ancient ass is going to be all about it. I said grandmother and father are getting together. That is a gross sentence. And the other couples are going to be Campion, Sturgis, and mother. That's right, she's been sent in a hibernation chamber back to the temple, the inner temple within her mind. That's where she actually conceived the snake in the first place, when the original fake Campion Sturgis showed itself. I believe she will finally commune with the real one. He will reinvigorate her faith in her mission and everything she has to do, realize that she has been tricked, see the bigger picture of things, and plus there's going to be a lot of flirtations and hopefully a lot of sexy flashbacks. I am into it. And you know, she has no qualms about cheating on father. I don't even think she respects the dude. And our final one is going to be young human Campion, if you will, and Vril. That's right, I don't think we're done with Vril. I believe that the botanitech manipulation technology that lies within grandmother will give the ability to resurrect things like androids or rebuild some. And to be honest, I really do believe that she's going to use it on Vril. I don't think that's the last we've seen of her. She's freaky, she sometimes murders people, has a crazy skeleton, sometimes has a Jason mask, for Christ's sake, but still, Campion and her still are the greatest ship that has ever happened on any sci-fi television ever. Number 2, Campion is the chosen one, and if not the chosen one, then at least a half android, half human. Now, we've seen it in the first episode. It was clear that Campion Sturgis, modified the embryos so that they could be brought to term by the body of an android. Yet we've seen no other medical technology do similar things. We already know that botanitech is similar to human biology, but is different in that it uses white milk. I don't fully understand it myself, but I do believe that Campion not only possesses both, but I believe that he might have power over androids and may have botanitech powers himself. Now, if you notice, this actually goes back to my theory about grandmother. Now, originally Campion believed in soul at one moment in season 2 because he saw the glowing flash appear, and it came and it saved him. Later on, he discredited that golden look to grandmother. Grandmother was normally in a catatonic state. However, she was able to move around and went out and ventured and looked for him, fought on his behalf. Later on, a lot of people were talking to grandmother, and she stayed in a catatonic state until he should hold her hand. We actually saw reverberations of a red energy within her hand, and she was resuscitated. Hence, I believe that not only does he have powers over botanitech, but it's because he is half android. And I believe a lot of this has to do with the merging of humans and androids into one. And the center of all that is my man Campion. Good for you, brother. Number 3, there are giants in the sky. There are giants in the skies. Yes, I mean giants. Why do I believe this? Well, one, there are more than one reference to the book of Enoch in season 1 of this show. Now, the book of Enoch is what we call Deuterocanon or Gnostic Gospels. These are books that were left out of the Bible because sometimes political reasons, sometimes they had good reasons. Theologians, Council of Nicaea, decided to kick a bunch of books out of the Bible. One very important one was written by the grandfather of Noah, of Noah's Ark fame, and he wrote actually the original story of Lucifer. That's, if you know about the fallen angel who felt that he was as beautiful as God and he could have his own thing and he was having orgies with the women on earth, that is from the book of Enoch, a book that is strangely left out of the Bible, and yet still people have access to it today. You can read about it. And what it is in the story, the group of angels known as the Watchers got jealous of how much God loved the people and began to breed with them. The sons of God liked the daughters of man and decided to breed with them together. And together they created a new race when they bore their children. And this was a race of giants known as the Nephilim. Now, there are multiple references to the book of Enoch. We could literally do our own video on that about all the references in season 1 of the show, as many ancient alien conspiracy theorists believe that the talking about the Nephilim was really a eugenics program where aliens were mixing their blood with humans to create these hybrid giants. Now, why do I believe that the giants, out of all the things in the book of Enoch, are going to show up? It has to do with young Campion. Young Campion seems to have the bardic tongue. That's right, a man who, when he speaks, sometimes nonchalant things that he seems to have no reference at all tend to come true. An example would be, in season 1, he said that he believed animals had souls. He even believed that trees can have souls as well. And what should happen? Sue would later on become literal a tree and have a living, breathing soul operating the tree's life, like it was an animated human. These things seem to come true. And when they found grandmother, he said, look at how advanced her botanitech is. He says, with this technology, we could build anything, a fortress, a city, a starship, heck, even giant androids. It was ominous, it was weird, it stuck out. And I believe that possibly we will meet these giant androids either in this finale or in season 3. The giants are coming, man. And I personally cannot wait to see them. Number 4, there's going to be a group of fruit ninjas and they're going to be led by Lucius. What am I talking about? Well, it goes like this. Everyone who ate the fruit is now susceptible to the entity down in the core. Lucius may be their top tier prophet right now, but I believe the entity will eventually be able to enter the minds and psychically manipulate everyone who's eaten a fruit. And if you notice, not only is it Marcus and Caleb is in that group, but so is Vita. Now, I actually believe that Marcus is going to be immune to this. And that's actually going to a different theory, which we'll get to in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. But I'm telling you, everyone who ate the fruit is going to be acting evilly. They're going to be serving the entity. And they're going to be doing all sorts of things. Who knows? Vita might even steal back the necromancer eyes she found in the relic, strangely, when she used the fireworks. I mean, I don't know any fireworks that can blow up the dirt, but apparently some force of nature wants the humans to find these relics. Number 5, the entity is a supercomputer. I believe that the technocrats created a massive supercomputer to control their lives, very similarly to Trust. It's just a better, more advanced one. However, it turned out to be a total evil lowlife who was hurting more than it was helping, and I believe that a lot of superstitious humans who couldn't understand what this supercomputer is started to worship it, creating 2 factions, the technocrats and the believers. Now, I believe in order to fight this entity, they're going to need fire with fire, or should I say, quantum computer with quantum computer. That's right, I am predicting the return of Trust. I believe Trust was a misused character, or he was in it for a very short amount of time, but they turned him off, and they turned him off after a few episodes, and they just don't use the magnificence that is a quantum computer. I believe they're going to reactivate him, maybe modify him to be the counter to whatever entity is at the center of this planet. And then, of course, there are my minor predictions. I have very minor predictions. For instance, the robot, Huntress robot Bick, I believe that it will be back and it will have a head. I believe they introduced it in a cute, clever way without having a head, but I believe by next season we're going to meet him with his head, and all they have to do is cast an actor in between. It's a very clever way to introduce a new actor into the situation, a new character. I think it's clever. I'm into it. I'm liking it. Other minor predictions that I have are that Marcus is not the chosen one, but he represents St. Peter. As we all know, St. Peter was the one who was crucified upside down, and as a result, he represents St. Peter, which is the rock of Jesus's church, not actually the prophet himself. And it is very possible that he is now out of the running. However, will remain an important, very religious icon. Now, I believe miracles are being done to him. I cannot even begin to speculate why that is. Is it the Punisher helmet? Is it the EMF thing? Is it something else he's been exposed to that we don't know? Maybe it's having necromancer eyes in your stomach for a few weeks. I don't even know, but I will say I believe that at least the fact that he is chosen by God will at least protect him from becoming one of the notorious fruit ninjas. And there you have it, guys. There are all my predictions. What are yours? Am I off the mark, or am I hitting it right on the bullseye? Please let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. So there's no reason for the fun to end. So remember to keep tuning in to Voice of the Fat Mantis for more predictions, analysis, and reviews of Raised by Wolves, other sci-fi classics, and everything nerdy. Until next time, ciao for now.